it. Welcome to our October 25 product update. Thank you so much, everybody, as always, for taking the time to come and listen about our new features and the exciting things that we're going to be working on.
So just a reminder, this session is being recorded and will be available on our on-demand page later today as well. And throughout, there will be a Q&A towards the end as well. So if you have any questions, start logging them now, and we'll try and get to them at the end there. And I will try and go forwards instead of backwards through this presentation.
Thank you, Jamie. So this session is all about taking you through the latest functionality available to you on your accessplanit platform, giving you a view of what is to come in the future. So we will be kicking off with the new features from our 8.5 release this summer. Then Jamie is going to be giving you a tour of what is to come in our now, next and later. And then we'll wrap up by answering any questions you have on the functionality or the now, of course, the next and the later. So that is our agenda. We'll quickly introduce ourselves. So I am Helen. For those of you that have been on these calls before, I'm Helen. I am the customer success manager from the commercial side. I work with both Jack and Frank. When it comes to my favorite feature, it's got to be dashboards for me. Not a lover of lists. I prefer to see things and have that colorful dashboard. So definite favorite feature. And of course, what everybody loves to share about themselves, which is fun fact. So my fun fact is I am a Tough Mudder veteran. So I have done many a muddy assault course and have the injuries and the t-shirts to prove it.
Well done.
We should do one. We should do an accessplanit one.
Yeah, I did it once, and it was very fun. I did get extremely muddy.
Yeah,
but it was a lot of fun. I'd do it again.
Great fun.
So yeah, hi everyone. I'm Jamie. I'm one of the implementation managers at accessplanit. I'm covering for Elu today. I know you'll miss it. She'll be back very soon. But my face today. My favorite feature, API feeds, actually. So yeah, I'll be totally honest. I'm a tinkerer. I love building things, getting involved, and the API feeds, just being able to use those, connect other things, and pull things out is my favorite thing about the platform. In all honesty, so. Other things, so yeah, outside of work, some of you may know who've known me before. Yeah, I enjoy photography, DIY, and growing vegetables. We did all right this year, actually. Yeah. I managed to do, I think, about 5 courgettes and quite a few tomatoes as well.
Homegrown tomatoes, the best.
Yeah, I was pretty chuffed with myself.
You should be. Excited with that new functionality. So our summer release was applied to all live platforms towards the end of July. This was quite a big update as well. I know we've had some meaty updates recently, but this one was quite big as well. So there's 3 major new features. So these are the data grid views for super admins, additional columns for key data grids, and improvements to the checkout basket. So let's talk about data grids. So these views are now available to super admins, and they let you save and switch between different column layouts in your data grids, so you don't have to manually reconfigure your data grid by changing the columns and changing the sorting every time, which focuses your changes. Yeah. So whether you're reporting on future courses, reviewing your in-house exclusive courses, or maybe tracking sessional course performance, you can create tailored views that show you the exact columns you need already sorted in the right order. So you can save multiple views and make and name them clearly as well, and switch between them with a single click.
I've already been using them really heavily. They're really handy. And I also have something to share on this later on when we talk about our now, next, later too. So look out for that.
Yeah. So it's super easy to create a new view, and it's even easier to use it. So actually, we're just going to demo this very quickly. Jamie, do you mind?
Not at all, not at all. So yeah, this is an example using the invoices data grid. So if you navigate to the finance area in your platform and go to the invoices data grid, this works on obviously other data grids too, but you'll find a views toggle up at the top there. So if you click on that, you can then, using the right menu, save as new view. And if we label this invoice addresses, for example, This way we can then save this view for later and then configure the columns. So what we're going to do now is if we go through and remove any of the columns that we don't need, and if you didn't know already, you can do this just by right-clicking the column header and then pressing the remove column button as well. So once you've got rid of the columns you don't want, you can then click on the column changer icon up there. And we can add any columns that we do want as well. So obviously lots of fields that we might want to add in here to make it easier to view these invoices, such as invoice address. We're going to add invoice town, county, country, postcode, and then finally email address. And when we press apply, obviously those columns are now in the data grid, but when we press our save view button there up in the top right, that will save this view. We can then toggle our view there by clicking it once to turn it off, and you'll revert back to the default columns on the data grid. And we can just click it again to toggle it back on. And as you see, by magic, all the columns that we configured before, they just come back, they're ready for us. So very easy way to kind of switch between those different views there. So we're in the process of creating a catalog of useful data grid views by admins for admins. So if anybody has any views you'd like to share, please get in touch with us. We'd love to see what you've created. You might be able to help us help everybody else out as well.
Nice. We always love seeing what you guys do with these kind of changes as well to make them your own. So yeah, definitely let us know. This is going to make people so much quicker. So moving on to our second feature, we've made more useful information available from key data grids in your platform just to make life easier. So the first one is opportunities data grid, and we've added the column course template names to it. So here you can see at a glance which course templates each inquiry relates to. And not only that, these are dynamic links. So you can click on them for a shortcut through to the view, more details about the course template. And you can also filter on this option in the opportunities data grid. So for example, you could build a filter to only show you opportunities where your customer's inquiring about first aid only at work.
It's been really useful so far, especially for navigating around the platform. It just makes it a little bit more snappy as well.
Just streamlining as well and making sure that you're only seeing what you need to see.
Yeah.
So next is the communications data grid. This one is excellent if you ever need to do any troubleshooting for workflows or emails. So you can now add workflow ID or the more useful workflow title into your communication data grid. So this means you can easily see which workflow triggered each email. But it also means that you can open the communications data grid and apply a filter to show your emails triggered by the reminder workflow, for example. So if you're worried that a workflow isn't working the way you want it to, you can head right over to our communications and really easily see what it is doing. So our third data grid to be updated is maybe the best improvement, but I'm happy to see in the comments if you guys agree. So the bookings data grid, and you can now filter on the courses that have been booked and have more information available about the person who made the booking. So this is really helpful for finding, reporting on, managing your bookings. So here you can see that the course template names and booking account name can be added to the bookings data grid. They are so useful in getting that at a glance information, again, making us faster. Also, both are really useful for filtering and reporting. So for an example of this, if you wanted to do show me all bookings for mental wellbeing courses or show me all bookings for Abshire LLC, something like that. And that's not all. This data grid also has book courses ID and course templates ID. So made available to add as columns. So if you ever want more specific and say, show me all bookings that our first aid course did on the 21st of November, you can do that too.
It's so useful now. It just makes it just that much easier to manage bookings now. I'm really chuffed to see that move ahead.
So our final major area for update in the summer release was checkout. So thank you for the feedback, everybody, our wonderful customers, speaking to us, letting us know what it is that you need, how you use it, how things can be improved. This is where a lot of this information and these updates come from. And we've made the changes to the billing step of the checkout basket. So if the selected billing target has a billing address, that address will now be pre-selected as the billing address of the booking. So saving those clicks that we're always trying to do. If the billing target does not have a billing address, instead the main address is pre-selected. Additionally, to make selecting the right address much easier, all addresses are now prefixed by their type in the drop-down. So example, billing, contact, and the drop-down list is now it now also lists the addresses in the order they were created. So again, you can move to the one that's most relevant to you. Amazing. So finally, the option for the addresses for clarity, and it helps to protect your customer account information. This option is now only available to managers when the billing target is an account. So this means that individual users won't be able to accidentally change the official billing address linked to your customers.
Yeah, just a little bit more security there, isn't it?
Absolutely. It's super easy as well when you're moving so quickly. So the checkout there is now also in checkout, there is now support for venue aliases. So aliases are used to provide a customer-friendly label for your venues, so you can keep your venues labeled specifically as Training Room 1, but then give the alias accessplanit HQ, so you know which room is being used, and that doesn't need to appear in the checkout basket or your confirmation emails, just internal use.
Best of both worlds for admins and end users as well.
So those are our 3 headlines, but that isn't all that we included in our summer release. Here are all the honorable mentions, and we'll do this as quick fire. You'll now see badge on the filters tab button in your data grid whenever filters are applied. The badge shows the number of filters currently applied to your data grid, giving you instant visibility, even when you're working in other tabs like bulk edit or exports. To help you save time when managing course templates, you can now assign sign-in sheets, registers, and certificates to multiple course templates at once via bulk edit option in your data grid.
This has been amazing for implementation managers. We've been so excited about this one for a while.
So the checkout registration form builder has been updated, so you can now include mobile number, national insurance number, account billing address into your registration forms. And you can now view and use date of birth throughout the delegate module. The date of birth information is referenced for the user, so you do not need to add it in each time someone registers into a course. With this date of birth, you can adding it into a column in your delegate data grid, as you can see here. Using it as a workflow rule, including it as a merge field in delegate-based email templates. You can filter on it with the email delegate data grids, for example, and you can identify delegates that do not have a date of birth by filtering using delegate date of birth is empty. Yeah. This is very helpful for courses that have an age restriction, or if you need to capture this for compliance or audits or reporting.
Definitely.
So here's a recap of the honorable mentions. The quick fire always makes me say it really quickly. So what we have here is filter count badge added to data grids, bulk assigned sign-in sheets, registers, and certificate to course templates. Capture more information about your new customers, and access date of birth in the delegate module. So. Sorry, Jerry.
I was going to say that filter count badge actually is also going to be really helpful with the data grid views as well. So when you are flicking between views, that filters badge is going to show you how that data and that view that you're looking at is pre-filtered as well. So really helpful there.
Excellent. So if you want any more information on those, please get in touch There are other features, of course, that didn't quite make the cut for the webinar. There's only so long that we can keep you guys for, but they have been detailed in our What's New page on the knowledge base. Get in touch with any member of us and we can point you in the right direction if you need a link. So that is not all. The summer, we also released our latest integration, which was with Microsoft Teams. We were super excited, and people are doing great things with this. It's an integration that you can automatically create your Teams meetings when you schedule a course, and the joining link for that team meeting will be pulled straight into your platform automatically and stored directly on the course. So this means you don't need to leave the page, you don't need to create the Teams meeting and copy the link, come back to accessplanit, paste it in, and double check that it's all the right information. So it's saving people a lot of time. It's really also excellent at reducing that chance of error that happens to us all. Absolutely. Again, when we're moving fast and moving between screens. So it's great for that peace of mind. This is a chargeable integration. It's an addition to the platform. So if you're interested, please get in touch with me or any of the other CSMs and we can share some more information. We can demo. Exciting.
Cool. Thank you very much. So we're going to have a look at what's coming up in our roadmap. So starting off, we'll do a very quick recap on how the roadmap works. So hopefully you'll be familiar with the now, next, later roadmap and how things go from right to left. So this is structured around 3 broad time horizons. It does take time into account, but in a more flexible way. So it is a flexible and dynamic, it's alive, it's not always linear and not always set in stone. So not everything progresses in a linear fashion from right to left there. With the now section, what we're working on is very integration heavy. So SurveyMonkey, Zoom, MailChimp, Power BI for new native integrations as well. Sorry if you've heard this already, or whether the mic was there or not, but there is also a commercial site that we're working on, which is a live example of us using the accessplanit API feeds to create your own shopping basket and my account kind of portal area where customers can log in and search for courses. So what this means is you'll have a live working example of how to use our API feeds to create your own basket, your own portal. And you'll be able to use this commercial site as a basis to build your own if you'd like as well. Helen talked us through some data grid views for super admins earlier, just to expand on that one as well. So I'm happy to share that what we're working on is then being available to everybody and also adding in the ability to share data grid views. So any excellent or useful views that you've created or any admins have created, you'll be able to share these with other users as soon as they'll be able to access them when that's released as well. So that's going to be so useful for your own kind of personal onboarding experience and getting your own admins to see what they want to see and help them on their feet there as well. We've got some exciting user experience changes coming to Report Engine as well and dashboards to make reporting on your data even better. And this includes making gadgets easier to read, making Report Engine better to export, and also new standard reports to get you on your feet just that bit quicker with adopting that as well. So in the next column, so let's go through this one. We have got HubSpot, Salesforce, Outlook email syncing, and campaign monitor all lined up. Additionally, we're looking to add an extra type of custom field for multi-select as well. So you can choose multiple options for a field rather than being restricted to a single option with the current drop-down list. We're then looking at implementing a clone option for your email templates as well. So if you are creating a lot of email templates, it's going to be really useful for you. Rather than copy and pasting, you're going to be able to click that clone button and have a copy that you can edit. And then just going back to custom fields for a second as well. So we wanted to expand these so that you can create custom fields for your resource requirements and your product and service purchases as well. So for example, this means that you could have a trainer type custom field on your resource requirements where you can specify the type of trainer as to whether they're a lead trainer, backup trainer, super trainer, whatever category you want to put it against them there. But also in the purchases side of things as well, this means that you could store things like shipping reference against your product purchases to keep a log of the shipping tracking number for purchases that you need to post as well. Next up, There is the calendar. This is a very big project. As you saw, that move from now back to next. We're exploring, we're working on that in a minute. But this is moved in there whilst we're prioritizing the integrations at the moment. We're still working on this one, but it's moved over there for the moment. Then I have two new additions to talk about on the roadmap this time. Smarter filters and summaries. Both of these are about giving you access to your information more quickly and easily. So being able to view everything about a particular item in one place. You will be able to read more about these on our product portal as well. I can't say too much right now. We'll see how we get on with that. So finally, moving on to our later. So these are the items that we're still thinking about, we're planning. So this is where we might still have a lot of change. So currently we're looking at a couple of additions in opportunities. So being able to add products and services into opportunities alongside your courses for customer inquiries. So this got a bit of expansion there as well. So being able to generate quotes as PDFs, I know this has been quite a popular thing for a little while. So kind of in a similar way that you can generate certificates and sign-in sheets for courses, we're looking at generating quotes as PDFs for your opportunities and inquiries there. Then we're exploring configurable tax rates, everybody's favorite. For example, being able to charge tax based on the customer's location. This is obviously an important one that we're looking into. We're making some strides there. We started looking into the improvements with course scheduling as well. So tracking trainer and venue availability across multiple multi-session courses or sessional courses and detecting clashes automatically as well. I'm excited to share more with you on that when we get a little bit further there. And then finally, very highly requested, we're looking at introducing a chart gadget type to dashboards and report engine. So if any of these would be useful to you, please let us know via the product portal. We'd love to hear how you'd use them. And anyway, any kind of feedback that you've got that will help us help guide the way that we develop these. You know, it's perfect time to start getting involved. Give us your feedback now, and that can be considered as we start designing these. So here is how you actually get to that portal. So you can access the product portal directly in your platform. So if you click that help icon in the top right, there is a product roadmap and product suggestions option there that you can click on. When you do so, this is the live portal, so you can see updates in real time. There's no secrets; it's constantly updated in here, and the different stages of our roadmap are the tabs along the top there, as we can see. So we've got the now, the next, the later, and the under consideration. You can click between the tabs to see what cards are at each stage, and each stage is divided into different platform areas as well, with different colors, just so it's easy to digest. So take a look around. If you click on any of the cards, if you want to interact with us, give us your feedback. You'll see at the bottom of the card, there is this section where you can put in your insights, you put in your how you would use it and your thoughts there. And we usually put a question at the end of the description to prompt, give us as much info as possible about the problems that you're having and how this feature might solve that. Like I say, every bit of feedback that you get will be reviewed and considered as we progress with these. So it really does help shape the development. We read every single interaction every week. 100% of the votes and insights have to be read and processed each week. So please give us your feedback. We'd love to hear it. Of course, you can submit your own brand new ideas as well. So obviously we've got our own roadmap, what we're thinking on, what we're working on at the moment. You can submit your own ideas as well. It's incredibly valuable to us as well as we're considering the roadmap for future releases as well. So there is a submit idea up at the top right there where you can submit your own ideas. Let us know what you're thinking, what pain points are. We'd love to get those tackled with you. Should have done that sound effect there. I always miss it. I always miss it. Anyway, in the launch tab, you can now see all of the cards for developments and enhancements that are now live. So everything that you've seen today will be in there as well. When a card moves from to launched, we add in the description and a link to the help guide in there as well with more details about the development and how it works in your platform as well. So go in that portal, have a look at what else we've got going on there. But if you want to know about how to use anything that we've released recently, that's the best place to start in there. It's going to tell you all about that and give you what you need there.
I'll say as well, you can also collar one of us CSMs as well. Who will go through on the regular course that we have.
Yeah, absolutely. We are happy to take some questions now, by the way. We will, I tell you what, let's boot up the old Q&A. Oh, we've got a few actually. That's
amazing.
perfect.
Shall I take this top one? So this is data grid views for training admins. So who's this from? Oh, no names actually. Anonymous. But we heard these will be released soon. Do you have any update on timeframes for this? Ideas of days, week, months would be helpful. Also, we will be able to share the views with other training admins.
It's a good question. It's a good question. So, as you know, as I mentioned before, with the roadmap and the releases, things can shift around. We are kind of inside the scoop, I suppose. The data reviews, as mentioned before, the sharing is coming soon. It's looking, it's being worked on now. I have seen it go. It's nearly in testing. Well, it's getting there. And yes, in short, you will be able to share the views with other admins. I double checked on this morning as well. It is looking likely that you'll be able to share with not just other admins, but just other users in the platform as well. So
brilliant.
I'm really excited for this one, I'll be totally honest. I think this is going to have a big impact on how people on board there, not just the end users into the platform as well, but your staff as well, and how you can set it up for them so they see what they need to see, they can do what they need to do straight away, minimal fuss. So yeah, really excited for that one coming out, I'll be honest.
Amazing. We've got a couple here on the dates for the integrations of when they're being released. What I will say is we are working incredibly hard to get these just right. You know, these will be released when they're perfect. As we did with Teams, it was you were able to immediately use. People are thriving using the new integration. All the other integrations that are coming out will be exactly the same. So I will be very cautious with timescales for now. But what I will say is you will be the first to know when we're able to release and to be able to plan that into your days, and just know that we're working really hard and getting these out to you as soon as possible.
Yeah, we'll be singing it from the roof.
Oh,
So yeah, that goes for the question with SurveyMonkey integration as well. So yeah, obviously we'll let you know as soon as we can, and we will let you know. We're very excited to see that release. So we did have another question as to the report engine. So will this include the ability to export to CSV/XLS? The honest answer is I don't know the exact details, but I would imagine so. I think being involved in having a look at some of those developments and stuff. So it's a popular request, being able to export to CSV, XLS standard formats. In short, I suspect so. I don't know the exact details, but I would imagine so. Yeah.
We've got another really meaty one as well. I wonder if you know this, Jamie. If you don't, we will ask our wonderful people here in the office. But are there any dates for my account or checkout API proof of concepts? It would be helpful to understand whether we need to wait for these to be released before trialing building our own. Will we be Sorry, I forgot my be any sharing of what accessplanit have built in terms of webhook configuration APIs? If we opted for the route of building our own checkout using the APIs, would we need to build our own integration with our own payment gateways, or could we still leverage accessplanit's integrations with payment gateways? That's a good one.
Yeah, really good question, actually. Yeah, so in terms of dates, as we say, we can't say for definite. It's soon. It's soon. The team have been working really hard on this one. They're excited to get it out, and we're excited to get it in your hands and see what you do with it as well. So yeah, in terms of actually sharing the kind of proof of concept, I've heard on the grapevine that this will essentially be on a GitHub repo where your developers will be able to pull down a copy of a live basket and a live portal that are using the API. So essentially, you can take your copy, put your own spin on it, and spin it up that way. In terms of so in that regard, I'd probably wait for that. In all honesty, it gives you a head start, saves you having to try and figure everything out for yourself from scratch. The question about leveraging accessplanit's integration for payment gateway, I'll be totally honest, I'm not 100% certain. I would imagine it works in conjunction with your platform, the payment gateways that you've got in your platform already, but I don't know the finer detail on that one. If
We
I'm
can check
totally
that.
honest. We can check and come back to you. Anonymous attendee, if you de-anonymize yourself at some point, give us a question, we'll come back to you.
Yeah,
That's all right.
great question.
There was another question about how will the Power BI integration fields be formatted? Will it be like data grids, e.g., accounts and class and web courses, or report writer database, e.g., companies and courses calendar? Cameron, good question. I don't know.
No, we're just waiting on like the nuts and bolts of the information like that at the minute. It's going through our processes. It's with our development team.
Yeah.
We always, as the team that speak to the customers, we look in on this to catch up on what it's going to look like and what it could look like. Not quite there yet, but these are the kind of questions that we'll be able to answer when we're further along in the process and we've got more of that, the mechanics of those kind of things rather than the possibilities of what it is going to do. We will come back with the how.
Yeah, definitely. Thank you, Cameron. Yeah, as I say, we'll come back to you. We've got your details now, so we'll come back to you as soon as we do know, if that's okay. Brilliant. I think that was all the questions for now.
Yeah.
If you do have any further questions, you don't have to just wait for now. You can contact us, contact the CSMs, contact support, contact anybody you can get hold of. It's no bother.
We're always happy to hear.
We love to share. Yeah, absolutely. So before we wrap up, we'd really appreciate it if you could give us a moment to complete our short feedback poll. I'll just try and launch that now. So the poll is for the webinar. It's completely anonymous and it helps us understand what's working well, what isn't working well, and how we can improve as well. So let me just launch this.
It's just no sound and we
Oh yeah. If you want to scathe the tech issues, absolutely fine.
we were like
I'm with you.
animatedly talking about dates that were super exciting.
And I'm looking forward to watching it back and just seeing us go.
Oh man. Did it? Yeah.
It's good.
We fixed it.
It's good fun. I'll leave that up for the moment. So yeah, just in terms of kind of wrapping up there, thank you everybody for your time today. I hope you found it really useful. As I mentioned, if you do have any questions, anything that we've released already, take a look at our product portal. All the information is in there. If you have any further questions, give us a shout and let us know. We'd love to show you how to get in and using it. If you've got any ideas for the future or any feedback on anything that we're considering for the future as well, please do get in touch with us. We'd love to have that and we'd love to be able to consider that for the future as well.
Amazing. So we will say goodbye. Wishing you all a great day. Enjoy the rest of the week and we'll see you again soon.
It's been lovely. Thanks, everybody. Nice to see you. Take care. Bye.